Hello, everybody! We are back! Oh, wait, sorry, a little too much. We are back for The Bad Batch. It's Season 2, Episodes 1 and 2 they have released. And, of course, you know me. I'm Emperor Palpatine. Do it! And then, if you look right there, it is Zaki Wan Kenobi. I don't know what's going on with the beard.
I'm gonna work Chewbacca. No, okay, I'm gonna workshop the name.
Yeah. Or get rid of the beard. Workshop the name, get rid of the beard. You have two options.
I'll workshop it. I'll see what else is out there. There's got to be something else out there that might work. But for now, it's just Empire Strikes Back.
I guess it'll have to work for now.
It's not permanent. It's just a temporary placeholder. That's all.
The name or the beard?
Maybe both.
Maybe both. But we're here for the Bad Batch. It's been a while. They're finally back. And, well, since we left last time, obviously Crosshair went to go serve the Empire. And Crosshair. I missed hearing that voice, you know.
You missed that? Yeah, it's like that creepy. He had a really, actually, that's probably the best voice Steve Bradley Baker does, is the Crosshair one.
Yes. Gets right to the thick of it. But, yes, obviously, he's not in these, but we get to see the Bad Batch as it stands right now, which includes Omega and and her lovable crew. But since Kamino, what have they been up to? Just doing missions.
Doing Bad Batch stuff.
Yeah.
Just doing regular loot, smash and grabs, upsetting crab colonies, and all kinds of stuff like that.
That was a little weird.
Actually, I kind of liked it. I don't know.
I liked it too. It was a lot of fun. The way those crabs were moving after him, I was like, oh, crap. Jeez.
Yeah. I liked it. It kind of opened up. It was like one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, the way it opens up, and they're just like running from a mob of crabs. But
Yes.
It was fun. It was enjoyable. Nice little, reintroduction to everybody.
Yep. And we get to see them as they are before they go back. And who else is there but, of course, what's her name?
Sid, right?
Sid, and her girlfriend, Wanda Sykes.
Yep. I don't even know who the character is. All I can hear is Wanda Sykes. She just has that instantly recognizable voice.
Yes. But basically, they go back and there's a new mission. It's a big one. It is perhaps the biggest mission of their entire career.
Which is what I remember Sid saying after the end of every other mission they did in the first season.
Yeah.
This is the big one. This one will pay more than all your previous jobs combined. It's like that's her tagline every time.
Well, this time she just might be correct. Why?
Sure.
Because their mission is to invade Dooku's castle and steal from his war chest.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed that. I like that with the whole Tales of the Jedi miniseries they did. I like that they're starting to dig a little bit more into the prequel-ish characters, like Count Dooku. Because Count Dooku kind of, I don't know, just with the movies, he kind of bored me. But when you dig into the extra stuff, he's actually a really fascinating character. And then they remember, like, oh, yeah, Dooku is, like, stupid rich. He funded a whole war. He's got loads of treasure. So, yeah, in this, the Empire is about to seize all of his loot. And so Sid sends the Bad Batch off to steal some of it. Because even a little bit of it is of extraordinary value.
Yeah. Though Hunter doesn't want to do it.
Hunter does not want to. Hunter is the one like, no, we have to stay off the enemy's radar and keep Omega safe. Even though Omega wants to go do it. So,
but then you have the sickly clone, which is Echo. We need this. We need this money. How else are we going to fight off the Empire?
That's right. Echo is now the Debbie Downer clone or the Why So Serious clone. I call him Why So Serious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But pretty much the entire team agrees that they should do it. The only one is, well, not Hunter. And Hunter, it gets to overhear as pretty much Sid is talking to him, and they go ahead and say, we want to do this. And Hunter, because everybody else is down for it, basically says, okay, I guess we will. and off they fly. Well, the first, there's something to appreciate in the, not the bluntness of it, but just the overall action. Because that's what this is. It's an action movie in
Very
the
much.
Star Wars universe.
Yeah, it's not a slow burn like Andor is. And I love Andor, but Andor is a very slow burn. This is just, here's the plot, here's what you're going to do, and then boom, they waste no time getting into it, getting to the action, getting to the fun of it, if you will. So yeah, it's like they go straight there. There's a little bit of exposition as they go, like, oh yeah, that's Dooku's castle. Oh hey, here's this ruined city that the war led to. But then it's just like boom, straight into let's steal some treasure, which I like. I like I mean, of course, it's a 30-minute episode too. It's not like they have an hour. Although this is
they do because it's a two-parter.
This time they do. There's an exception this week.
Hunter's a little silly because he goes ahead on his own and he's like, I'll distract him if need be. And he sets up these explosives to blow up not anybody because they don't do real violence.
No, they always stun. Well, it's because the Empire is still using clone troopers and they don't want to like kill their brothers. For now. So yeah, they're always shooting the stuns, the little stun rings.
So ultimately, the party gets separated by the end of the first episode, where we can move along very quickly here. They're about to get ready, but then, oh no, we needed a distraction. One of the troopers just, we had to shoot one, and we're keeping him locked away in this cargo bay. He's dead, by the way. I didn't even think about him again. He's dead.
He's pretty dead. Yeah, I think so.
He is a little stain on the back of that cargo. Behold.
He's pretty pulverized. Yeah, he's been like mashed up by a whole bunch of different crates of stuff. He's a goner. Rest in peace, CT, whatever your number was.
Yeah. Pretty much at the end of the first episode, they get separated. Wrecker and Hunter are together, and then the rest are locked away in one of these cargo. Oh crap! What's it called? Cargo
containers.
I guess you could say containers. There's a name.
Cargo transports, something. It looks like a giant shipping container, is what it is.
Yeah. The space U-Haul.
There you go.
Yes, they are locked in the space U-Haul box. And they try to figure out, okay, maybe we can go to an escape pod. That's pretty much where they're heading. And then they realize, oh no, look, there are troopers on here too. And they know, okay, wait, we have the thieves. So what are we going to do? They shoot off all the escape pods. And that leaves them trapped. So the Bad Batch have to be quick on their feet. And that's when Omega, who's been studying Imperial ships, recalls, wait a minute, the space U-Haul can last on its own. It has rocket thrusters, landing thrusters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a little bit of a race because they have to get there before they they break the atmosphere. And so they are able to land halfway on the ledge.
Yes. Is the...
Poor
half hanging off of a cliff, and then they start moving, and the whole thing tips over.
Yep. We're into episode 2 now.
Yeah, now we're into episode 2, and Hunter and Wrecker, they're trying to get to them. They're evading these clone troopers that are chasing after them. They're going into Dooku's palace and going out through these catacombs and through this ruined city that got bombarded by the Empire. And so it's actually in pretty cool ingenuity. We find out one of the things I like is that Wrecker, who would be so easy just to have like a one man, like it'd be very easy just to have him just be like the muscle guy, but they actually give him a lot of depth. They give him, you find out he's afraid of heights. You find out he's mechanically minded. He knows how to engineer and rig up like a separatist cannon and make it fire without all of the machinery.
That most badass moment of the episode, boy. That was great.
Cool. That was pretty awesome. So yeah, and you find out, as I mean, even throughout the first season and going to this one, I like how Dave Filoni just like puts in these little character bits. So it's not just here's the strong guy, here's the leader guy, here's the sniper guy. They all have different parts of their character.
Well, see, that's the thing. And actually, I saw somebody saying in these 2 episodes, Echo gets the most development than he got in the entirety of the last season.
I think I would have to agree with that, actually. Echo and Omega actually have they have a good little moment because, like, apparently, like, in the first episode, Echo is talking to Hunter about how their lives changed because they picked up Omega. And so Omega hears that and kind of feels guilty. So there's this whole kind of dynamic between Echo and Omega, I think, which I thought was pretty interesting. And yeah, you're right. Echo does I'm actually glad for the guy because really his primary focus last season was just plug his arm into a computer and see what he can do. This one, and actually, you do dive into his character a little bit, which I liked. You also find out some cool stuff. Echo, Omega, and Tech run across this old guy. He's like a survivor. He's a Sorelian. He used to live in the city that got wrecked. And he, lived under Count Dooku when Count Dooku was alive.
Yeah, the whole point of him in this episode, he pretty much says, listen, fine, there's no shelter here. And then they realize, hey, wait, there's some heat just 200 clicks this way. And he's like, oh, crap, that. And he takes them to his home, not very much by choice. But over the course of an evening, you could tell Omega, she was very upset that they didn't grab any of the treasure whenever they left.
Right.
And so he's working down in the bottom of his base, and there's basically a galactic kaleidoscope.
Yep.
And there's jewels in here.
Yeah, and this older guy, he's like trying to teach Omega or trying to tell Omega, it's like, no, it's a toy. It makes you happy, and being happy is worth more than having treasure and being rich, which is a nice little thing to put in. Because at this point, Omega is pretty much just obsessed with getting this war chest treasure from Dooku because she thinks that's how she's gonna like prove her worth to the rest of the team.
And Echo is like that for a good minute there, but after we get to see Tech, he gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Tech, wow, superstar of the episode too. I mean, he's working with a broken leg and he's got to limp along, but he's doing his best to fight him off. The troopers end up going when you see what Echo chase Omega.
Echo goes
to the container.
And then Tech is like limping along after Echo. So yeah, actually you're right. Yeah, Tech gets an MVP award too because he's not just a brain guy who sits behind a computer screen. The guy's he's pretty good with a pistol and with a gun.
That's right. So, and Wanda Sykes is attracted to him.
That's right. He's 3 for 3.
Shave that head, and Wanda Sykes is all over that.
Although, as he points out, all the clones have brown eyes. It's not just unique to him because she calls them brown eyes. Like,
yes. But when it comes to the rest of the Bad Batch, he is the most normal-looking one.
That's true. Because what is it? Wrecker's got the glazed over eye, and Hunter's got the face tattoo, and of course, Echo's part machine. So.
And of course, but with Tech, the only thing is his face is slightly thinner compared to Crosshair, who is just like a snake.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. But by the end of this, Echo gets a moment where he tells Omega, "Listen, you've got to let it go," because she's trying to like literally go on the ground for the jewels as they drop in the containers.
I can get it. Actually, you know what it reminded me of? You know that scene from Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade where he's like hanging off the cliff, but he's about to lose ground? He's like, I can still get it. It reminded me a lot about that, which I thought was pretty cool. I thought it was a good little moment to have.
Let it go, son.
Indiana. So I was waiting for Echo to say Omega or something just like that in that tone. But
he was going to switch, and his voice was just going to be Sean Connery.
Yep, that's right. D. Bradley Baker was going to pause, and Sean Connery was going to come in for just a second. But no. Omega ultimately she lets the treasure go. She escapes this falling cargo container with Echo.
With the help of the old man.
With the help of the old man. The old man actually ends up being a pretty trustworthy guy. And then Hunter and Wrecker show up.
Even for a separatist. Even for a separatist.
He wasn't a separatist. He said he was a Sorelian because they were around before the war.
I know. That's the joke.
But no, that's what Tech said, because he had like this piece of machinery he was working with. He's like, is that a separatist data core? He's like, it's a Sorelian core. We were around way before the war. So I was like, I thought that was a pretty cool moment. What I really like though is after they leave and it's just the Empire left on the planet. So the clone commander that's been chasing them through this 2 episodes, Commander Wilco.
Yes.
It's like explaining everything to, I guess it's Rampart was his name. I forgot what rank he has.
Yes.
Like,
the one from last season who was working with the Kaminoans to basically say, hey, all of you are dying except you, the useful one.
Right. Yeah, Rampart, I forgot how big of a dick he was. But then
he hates the clones too. He wants the clones gone. That's his whole thing.
Yep. Well, obviously, because he wasted no time starting to take them out, because he told Wilco, he's like, listen, I know in your report you said this was unit, clone team 99, but it can't be them because they were wiped out on Kamino. And Wilco's like, well, no, sir, I saw them and identified that's actually them. He's like, well, that won't do.
For myself, sir.
Yeah. He's like, well, that won't do, because if Tarkin finds out that I lied, it'll be trouble for me. So I need you to lie on your report. And
Sir,
Wilco,
I will not falsify a report.
Yeah, poor Wilco wants to be the honorable guy and say, I won't lie on my report. And that's where Rampart ices him. He just shoots him, and you see his body falling off of a cliff. So yeah, Rampart has no soft spot for clones. He will.
I know you won't. I will. Do. You get a red blast, so you know it's bad.
Yeah, that's right. It's not like the little blue stun ring.
But overall, it was a very solid opening, bringing us back into the action. It touches upon, of course, Rampart from last season. The only person we don't get to see is Crosshair.
Nope, no Crosshair yet. We know he's coming. He was in the trailer. But we also know that Gurgi is coming, or Genji, whatever his name is.
Gungi. How dare you?
I would have got it right the 3rd time.
Gungi. How do you forget Gungi?
I'm sorry. He is the coolest Padawan.
I should be sorry. Don't worry, lightning's not going to come from my fingers, no matter what the name says.
No, Gungi will be featured later on this season. Commander Cody will too, actually, I believe. Cody will show up.
We need some of that sweet, sweet regret if he has some.
And Rex, because of course you can't have a Clone Wars adjacent show without Commander Rex.
Basically, well, D. Bradley Baker's going to need a lot of water.
He's doing at least 8 voices, maybe more. I think he voiced Wilco, Captain Wilco, in those too.
He had to. He's a clone.
So
yeah.
And then who knows what else there's going to be? I want to go back and watch the trailer and look for clues. But
maybe we should do a video. Maybe we should have done a video. Who knows? But for now, that's pretty much it. Overall, these are solid episodes. We're so glad the Bad Batch is back. We're sorry we did not Bad Batch the Bad Batch. Stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning and sit up on it and watch it and do a review right after. But we have a thing called life.
Sleep? Oh, okay. Life.
No, I don't even really have a life. It's just sleep. We need a thing called sleep.
Yeah. Sleep was pretty high priority last night. So
Indeed.
I know there are some channels that'll do that, and they'll stay up till 3 or 4 in the morning. I don't have that stamina. I don't have that energy.
We used to, but that was last year, and I haven't Bad Batched a thing all year.
I know, and years here are like dog years. So 1 year in reality is like 7 years here. So yeah,
You know, this is my first time appearing on camera all year.
Oh, I see what you did there. Oh,
First time watching a Star Wars show all year.
actually, this might be the first time in a legitimate year you and I have been on screen at the same time. In a legitimate 12 months. Normally for the comic book readings, you're off camera.
I am, because have you ever tried to turn a book and hold yourself up? Have you ever tried to turn a book with a hand up your? Anyway,
not with no thumbs like you.
Right. Please make sure to go ahead and like and subscribe. If you're watching The Bad Batch, leave a comment down below with your thoughts. If you're not watching The Bad Batch, watch Bad Batch. It's a good show. Yeah. It's worth your time. It's fun.
Short, it's fun. It's to the point. It's not like something you have to, it's not like a, I like Andor, but it's not serious like Andor. It's very quickly paced. So, yeah, definitely worth your time.
Yep. All I can think of, because of how beautiful it is, how much I want a video game with the the Bad Batch style.
That would be cool. I would play that video game.
It looked very good. But that's about it. We want to thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week for episode 3 of season 2 of The Bad Batch. Thanks for watching. May the Force be with you, and bye! I
think he died just now.
I always come back.
Somehow he always comes back.
Somehow.
He always
That's for sure.